lot of the photographs you guys are sending me is that it's like you don't know how to take pictures or you've never been taught how to photograph something. And so this little document, this little presentation is to go over some of the common composition mistakes that amateur photographers make. And so in order to be a better artist, you need to be able to take better pictures. So your assignment will be in Schoology, and let's get started on how to take better pictures. All right, number 1, using the center composition. If any of you had Miss Smith in the past for Art 2, she harps on getting out of the center of the viewfinder, the center of the camera. Okay. So the rule of thirds is when you divide the picture into 3 parts vertically and 3 parts horizontally, and the intersections that get created from that is where you want to put your subject. So here's the original picture, right? In the middle, far away, from above, right? Not a very dynamic or exciting composition, right? What's happening around her is more exciting than her. And then the photographer gets lower. She's slightly to the left, so not directly in the center. Nothing is directly in the center. Everything is just slightly to the left or to the right of the center, and that's much better composition, right? This is a much more exciting picture now. Now we've got our eye. Our eye can bounce from candle to candle, and our subject, our person, is framed by the 2 candle, right? By this candle here, we're creating a frame. And then the little pot thing right here is also framing her, right? Whereas before she was just kind of lost in the middle. So these are things you have to think about. You can't just stand and shoot and hope that you get something good. You actually really need to be paying attention to what's happening on your viewfinder. All right, second one, laziness. Okay. Sorry, and this is from a website that I got, what they're calling laziness. So if you refuse to move before shooting, it may happen that the subject won't completely fit in the scene due to your not moving a few steps back or sideways. All right, so here's the picture. We're taking a picture of our dog. He's so cute. Again, he's lost in the center. We've got lots of distractions happening around. Like, where's the focal point here? The focal point really kind of seems more like the corner of this bookshelf than the dog, right? It's kind of hard to tell. What are we supposed to be looking at? So here's a better angle, right? Get down low. Get on level with your subject. Make the dog fill the frame better, right? In this one, he's a very small portion of the frame. In this frame, he's taking up a good chunk of the frame, right? And his body has got this nice movement, right? Because we can now see this curve, the curve from his head to his back to his tail, right? So we've got this nice movement he seems more like a blob here, okay? So pay attention to your level, getting down low or on level with your object to fill the frame. All right, bad focus. This happens sometimes when you take a picture and your subject isn't clear. It ends up focusing somewhere else. Like I think it might be focused on this rock over here. So the truck is a little bit blurry, and although it doesn't really look that blurry until you see the next one, and then you see how clear the picture in the shot is. And you can see how clear this is back here. So when we look at it again, you can see how fuzzy it is. Okay, so make sure your photograph is not blurry. Okay, outgrowths and mergings. This is when you take a picture of someone or something and things are shooting up behind their head. So we've got this pole coming out of their head. This is one of the first things I learned when I was a photographer and learning how to take better pictures is to make sure things do not end up behind your head growing out. Okay, so this one would be a little bit better because there's not a pole or a stick coming out of the head. Instead, we've got this nice luscious background instead. All right, falling off the edge. This is when you are, it says, this tends to happen once you try to start applying the rule of thirds. So you're putting your subject on the wrong side. Okay, so it looks like she's about to walk out of the frame. So it's kind of creating this tension, like she's gonna fall out, right? It's very, very unbalanced. We have this huge space of emptiness here because she's walking out of the frame as opposed to coming into the frame. So when they reshot it, making it better, they've got her on the right side walking to the left. So she's got somewhere to go. She doesn't have anywhere to go here. She's going to walk out of the frame, right? So that's not good composition. Okay, this one's a little bit better because she's walking through the frame as opposed to off the edge. All right, and then it says tilted pictures. It just says when you're taking a picture of a landscape or buildings, make sure that the land is horizontal and that the buildings are vertical, because otherwise it just doesn't quite look correct. So head back to Schoology for part 2 of this assignment.